Hey y'all, welcome and or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenā, if you didn't know, and today's video is another missing persons case. So if you're ready, let's go. Alright y'all, so before we start, I just want to let y'all know this is not the typical missing Monday. This is not the typical missing persons case because, well, quite frankly, I was the missing person. While there was no police report, no missing persons report, to at least two people in this world, I was indeed a missing person. And I just wanted to tell y'all that story right quick because I was thinking back on my life and I was like, oh my gosh, there was a point in time, well, there was a day and a half that, no, not even a half, just a whole night. There was a whole night that my mother and my sister thought that I was a missing person. And I'm starting to question some things. I really am. And so I just want to tell y'all about that one time that I went missing. Yeah, let's get into it. So this happened, this had to have been like 2006, 2007. I was either like 17 or 18 or 17 going on 18, something like that. And I worked at this coffee company, and at the time it was called Altera Coffee, and it was at Bayshore Mall. It was right across the street from Kay's Jeweler, diagonal to Barnes and Nobles, right? And I don't know if it's still there now. I think it might be permanently closed or the location has moved, but it changed to Collectivo Coffee. And I worked there, and this was around the time when Bayshore had transitioned from an inside mall where like all of the stores were inside to one of those, I don't know how do you describe it? What is it called? It's not called an outside mall. I know that's not what it's called. I don't know what it's called. I can't think of the name, but it's like when you walk outside of a store or certain stores, it's an outlet mall. It's almost like an outlet mall, but it's not an outlet mall. So as soon as you walk out of the store, it's outside. But there is a portion of the mall that still has some stores where when you walk outside, you are still inside of a building. Now, I don't know why they would build something like this in Wisconsin when in the middle of the winter and halfway into the spring it's snowing. But they did. So I have been working there for about 2.5 years. And y'all, this is the same coffee shop that was in my other video. The one that's called My Ex is a Murderer. If y'all haven't seen that video, I'll link it right here. This is the video that I'm talking about, where I talk about my ex being a murderer. Yeah, so this is actually that same coffee shop. So I'm working there, I do my shift, and sometimes I would have to work the night shift. Now, at this time, I'm 17, 18 years old. I ain't got no car. And so I would have to catch the bus. But during the night shift, I would have to leave at a certain time so that I could catch the last 63 bus that took me up Silver Spring to 76th Street and then down to Good Hope where I lived. And so this particular night, unfortunately, I did not make it before the last bus came. So I'm standing on the bus stop, standing there, praying and hoping and wishing that maybe I didn't miss it and the bus was coming late. But the time is dwindling down and ain't no bus coming. The last bus has left the station and I was not on it. Okay? So I didn't know what to do. And the thing about it is, I did have a cell phone at the time. But the problem was, I was also kind of broke. I don't know why I was broke because I wasn't paying no damn other bills. I don't know what I was doing, but my cell phone was off. Okay? So I had a cell phone. I had a US cellular phone that was off because this is back when you had to pay for minutes and I didn't have enough minutes on my phone. I know phone calls was free after 7 or 9, but for whatever reason, it wasn't a thing on my phone, okay? My phone was completely off. No cellular service at all. So yeah, I'm low-key panicking because the bus done left me. I don't have no cell service and I don't want to sit out here on the bus stop all freaking night. And I got options, but not a lot because, okay, so let me just paint the picture for y'all. I worked at Bayshore. I lived on 76 in Good Hope. Now, I could walk. I could definitely walk, but it was a 2-hour walk and it was already 10 o'clock at night. So that's a no. Or I could sit on this bus stop until the morning. And I already told y'all I was not trying to do that. But I also wasn't trying to walk home. That's a 2-hour walk in the middle of the night. No. Now, let me just be clear, because I did used to walk home sometimes, but not from Bayshore. I would actually end up catching the 63, and if I would miss the last 67 bus, I think, is it the 67? It's either the 67 or the 76, but I think it's the 67. And if I would miss that bus, the 67 that took me from Silver Spring to Good Hope, I would walk from Silver Spring to Good Hope. And y'all, please don't do this if you are, just don't do it, okay? Because I could have been in so many bad situations walking in the middle of the night from 76 in Silver Spring, 76 in Good Hope. It's not the worst walk in the world, but in the middle of the night, as a young teenage girl, not a good idea. So thank you, Lord, for protecting me throughout those walks, because there was more than one time that I had to do that. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. At this point, I wasn't even making it to 76, okay? So what I decided to do was go back to the part of the mall that was inside and pray that the doors were still open, because otherwise I really would have just been outside all night. But luckily, the doors to the inside part of the mall was still open. And so when I got inside the mall, there was this it was like a little lounge area, for where the men be sitting when the women's is shopping and stuff. So it was that type of area. So I sit down on this couch and I'm like, ain't no way I'm about to spend the night at this mall. But boy, was I wrong. So I'm sitting on the little couch or whatever, trying to figure out how I'm going to call my mama or my sister to come and get me, because what the hell. So I look around, I don't see no damn payphone. I look around, I don't see nobody, and I really don't have no other choice but to chill out on this fucking couch at this point. Now, another poor decision on my part, I ended up falling asleep on this couch. And I wake up in the middle of the night. Now, mind you, I don't fall asleep to the point where I'm all the way just knocked out, but I'm like dozing in and out because, I'm tired. And I see one of the little janitor people, the ones who be buffing the floor with that little buffer thingy all around the mall. I see one of them. And I can't remember if I honestly don't remember if I asked him, do he have a phone? I think I did, but he did not have a cell phone. And y'all, so I've been at this mall for hours at this point, okay? Hours. So I have come to the conclusion that your girl is spending the night at the damn mall. And in the morning, I will go to my job, because we opened way earlier than the rest of the mall because we was a coffee shop. We opened between like 5 and 6, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just have to stick it out, because really there's no other option, right? So I stick it out until the morning. Y'all, I was at the front doors before the manager even came to open the damn shop, and he was like, you're not supposed to be to work till like 1 o'clock, right? And I'm like, yeah, I've been here all night. I need to use the phone to call my mama or my sister so that they can come fucking get me, because, sir, I've been here all damn night. Don't I smell like yesterday's coffee? So I go into the coffee shop, I call my sister, and y'all, it did not register to me that her and my mama was looking for me the night before. At this point, they think that I am missing. It didn't even click in my mind that they would be looking for me as tough as they weren't looking for me that damn tough, but it didn't click in my mind that they would be looking for me at all, right? Because to me, I'm not missing. I know where I am, right? So I get on the phone with my sister, and she's like, oh my gosh, I thought something happened to you. I'm on my way right now. So she pulls up to the coffee shop so that I can go home, get dressed, and get ready for my next shift at the coffee shop, right? So she pulls up, I get in the car, and she is boo-hooing, guys. She is crying. And I'm just looking at her and I get it now because she was really worried. But at the time, I'm 17, 18, like, girl, I was just at the mall overnight. Chill out. Girl, she was boo-hooing. And I was like, okay. But y'all, my mama and my sister legit were looking for me. Well, okay, so I'm not trying to come from my mama. Y'all, I'm not trying to come from my mama or nothing like that, but I don't think she was looking for me as tough as my sister was. Because let me tell you why. She had my sister drive her car to the mall to come and see if she could see me. And my thought process is like, mama, why you didn't do that? First of all, why you wasn't coming to pick me up from work if I worked that late anyway? Like I said, I'm not trying to come for my mama because she's not here to defend herself or nothing like that, but I just want to know. I just want to know. So my sister said that she did come up to the mall that night to look for me. She actually came to the part where I was at, but the doors was locked when she came. And I must have been asleep at that time because, I mean, I don't recall nobody coming up to the doors. And if they did come up to the doors, I wasn't going to go answer it anyway. But she did say that she came up to the mall. She was looking for me. She tried to get into the little inside part of the mall, but the doors was locked. And her and my mom was panicking. Now, I don't think they called the police, though. Like, why y'all didn't call the police? I was missing. I'm gonna need my sister to come here and tell me why she didn't call the police. Or why they didn't call the police. And what they was thinking. Because why y'all didn't call the police? But yeah, y'all, long story short, my mom and my sister thought I was missing. And I didn't end up going to work the next day because I took off for emotional damages. Okay? I was emotionally scarred. And so was my family. My sister legit almost had a nervous breakdown because I didn't come home one night. And now that I think about it, I wonder if my mama wasn't as worried as my sister because maybe she thought that I went to my best friend's house. Because that wasn't unlike me to just go to my best friend's house. But it was unlike me to not call once I got there. So, I don't know. I don't know. I wish my mama was here to answer some questions. But if y'all want to know a little bit more, maybe I'll get my sister on the phone or maybe I'll get her on camera and she can answer some questions for y'all because I want to know. Now I want to know. But yeah, y'all, this is not to make light of any other person's situation because I do know that there are people out there who are searching for their loved ones high and low and they are not able to find them. But like I said, this was just a story that I remembered and I wanted to share with you guys. So yeah, let me know what y'all think about this little story time in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. That was in my murderer. Ooh, child. That was in my ex's a murderer story time. No, it wasn't a story time. It was a case. Oh, child. So, y'all, I'm sitting on this bench. No, it's not a bench.